Let's welcome our next inductee and get ready for some laughs, Gary Mule Deer of Spearfish, South Dakota.
Gary Mule Deer has been a nationally known entertainer for half a century, touring almost constantly, but he never forgot the needs of fellow South Dakotans. Well known for charity fundraisers across the country, from benefit concerts to celebrity golf tournaments, Mule Deer regularly brings that spirit of giving back to his home state. He has raised tens of thousands of dollars for South Dakota nonprofits, including a Spearfish's Women's and Children's Shelter, the High Plains Western Heritage Center, and Black Hills State University. Mule Deer's natural ability to successfully adapt his act has made him one of the few entertainers to play New York's Carnegie Hall, London's Royal Albert Hall, and, no less important to South Dakotans, Spearfish's High Plains Western Heritage Center. To add to his accomplishments, Mule Deer was inducted into Nashville's Grand Ole Opry in March 2023.
Thank you. The Lord's Prayer has 69 some words. The Ten Commandments has 78 words. Lincoln's Gettysburg Address has 247 words. There are 15,629 words in the United States Department of Agriculture's directive pamphlet on the pricing of cabbage. Let it out, folks. Doesn't get any better. I've had three incredible things happen to me this year. It's just unbelievable to me. A documentary film of which I'm the subject came out in August and is playing now on all kinds of different major platforms, whatever that means. Also being a member of the Grand Ole Opry, which is unbelievable, and yeah, thank you. Yeah, Marty Stewart invited me in February, and Vince Gill inducted me in March 10th, and then this honor came along, and this is pretty amazing. I mean, this is. I'm glad you didn't wait any longer. I'm 1 year older than Bugs Bunny and 4 years younger than Porky Pig. And, you know, it's South Dakota. I was away for 30 years, but my family is here. I mean, my family's always been here. I grew up on a ranch in Spearfish, South Dakota, bordering the golf course. I never played golf. I mean, I can talk about that later, but besides, it's hard for me to be up here and talk without things written on my guitar. I'm going to try to do this, okay? In 1980, I was asked to come and be the entertainment at the festival in the park in Spearfish, South Dakota. And afterwards, I walked up to get my check, and there was a gentleman and his wife standing there, and he started to hand me the check, and I saw a beautiful woman standing beside them. And I said, "Who are you?" And he pulled the check back and said, "That's my daughter." And that's Nita, who I've been with ever since, 43 years. Yeah. One of the reasons that I'm up here, the main reason I'm up here, I wouldn't be up here without her. We've been through up and down. We came back from California after being out there for 30 years and bought a cabin in Spearfish Canyon, and it snowed 300 inches the first year. That was something, working in and out of there. But we managed to get an office and actually work out of the Black Hills of South Dakota. I was doing cruises at the time. I was also out working with Johnny Mathis in the orchestra, and we just managed to do it. She co-managed. We did all of our flights out of Rapid City, and we'd have to get up two hours early and do this. A lot of people, I don't know if you know this, but Spearfish, South Dakota is in the Guinness Book of World Records twice. In 1943, the temperature went from 4 below zero to 45 above in less than 2 minutes. I was there. I think I was freeze-dried. And also, we have Spearfish Creek, which is one of 2 creeks in North America that freezes from the bottom up. I always say it's no big deal, but the colder it gets, the easier it is to fish. Growing up on a, go ahead, that's all right, take your time. But like I said, I grew up on a ranch bordering our golf course and never thought about playing golf. And then I had 20 years of when I was pretty much off the rails. Went to bed Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and when I came out of rehab, I had to take up a new addiction. I took up golf, and I started meeting all these great people, and it was golf charity events. And I started winning money at these charity events, and like the Crosby in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I managed to bring home all this money for Artemis House, the Battered Women and Children's Shelter, for the High Plains Western Heritage Center, and for Black Hills State Teachers College. I call them Black Hills State Teachers College because at the time when I went there, 7 years as a freshman, by the way, I had 33 incompletes and 1 A in archery. And they asked me to come back actually and speak at commencement, which is the first time I'd been on campus when I wasn't on probation. Anyway, I never dreamed all this, and I'm playing golf and I'm bringing home money for people in South Dakota, and I never dreamed I'd be part of the AT&T. You know, I'd be at the AT&T, which is pretty amazing. I mean, just to be part of things like that. I could go on and on about all the great things that have happened to me and all the people that I've met over the years. I've just met got to meet all my heroes. I started playing golf. I've been a Yankee fan for 72 years. I was having dinner with people like Joe DiMaggio and Yogi Berra. I mean, it didn't get any better than that for me. And at the same time, bringing home money to South Dakota. I could stand up here forever and ever and talk about all this. I want to say one thing. I would like to thank Carlos Scovell, and I'd like to thank who runs the High Plains Western Heritage Center. Also Paul Higbee, who's one of our the great journalists from South Dakota, who've been, I think they've been nominating me to be in the Hall of Fame since the Johnson administration. Congratulations, guys. I'm glad I got this done. I'd like to leave you with 4 things. Number 1, I think artificial intelligence will be no match for natural stupidity. I'd like to thank Nita for everything. I mean, I've got my family here. This is very important to me, to have my family here tonight, to have my son Sean, his wife Julie, have my sisters Susan and Cheryl here, my niece Jennifer, and Nita's sister Janie, who's part of the whole organization. When I'm gone, Nita and Janie have to pick up the pieces, and they're the ones that put the whole display out here. I didn't even know I had things like that. And finally, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to close by just saying that I've got it here in a note, and I want to tell you about this. I think I want to just say that people say to me, "Is there anything that you want someone to say at your services?" And I said, "Yes. Look, he's still breathing." What an honor. Thank you so much. I'm having a great time.
Thank you for the laughs. He has a fun life, I think. It's pretty great.